What is the best type of maca? I recently tried out black maca for myself and I had a great experience with it. But since making my black maca video, a few people have asked me what is the best type of maca? Yellow, black or red? What is each one best for? And also what form should you get it in? I'll help you figure out which one is best for you. Perfect. So if you don't know, I made a video where I tried out black maca for the very first time, and I will say honestly, I had a great experience with it. Good for energy, focus, and a few other things too. I will link to that video in the description for you to check out. So here I've put together 3 main types of maca that you're gonna find out there: red, yellow, and black. As you can tell from the color of each of them, it's not that easy to tell from the naked eye. Definitely people who have been using it for a long time would be able to tell from just maybe smelling it or looking at it, but for me and the majority of people out there, there aren't many visible differences. You can actually buy the raw root of each of these. I have been trying to buy some for myself to grind up and cook with, but it's been quite tricky to get hold of. But the next best thing for me is a quality, organically sourced powder. Just to let you know, in the description I will give you a few recommendations. You don't have to buy them, of course, but you can just use them as a guide of what products out there are of good quality. So the main differences are as follows. Starting with black maca. Black maca is the rarest type of maca root, making up only 10 to 15% of the harvest. Black maca has been used to improve things like brain fog, coordination, memory, depressive moods, and fatigue, so it covers a lot of brain health. I can definitely say I felt that difference when I took it. Not only that, but when it came to physical activity too, because the second part of what makes black maca so special is the physical performance side, both in sports and in the bedroom too. It's a known performance enhancer, but one thing worth mentioning as well, some manufacturers have been found to be adding sildenafil to their products. Sildenafil, if you don't know, is the active ingredient in Viagra, but maca in its natural form without anything added will boost your libido. It's just an example of people trying to give something that's a natural product that works just fine a turbo boost. Just to let you know, none of the supplements in my recommended list contain any added ingredients like sildenafil. Aside from that, it vitalizes your body, improves your physical strength and your muscle endurance, something I definitely experienced when I tried it out for myself. But one thing worth mentioning also, when I was taking it, I was lifting heavier weights, but also my appetite went up quite dramatically. So if you're on a weight loss diet of any kind and you're trying to watch your calories, or maybe you're doing something like intermittent fasting, just be aware that this could happen to you. I wasn't binge eating or anything like that, but I was eating noticeably more food and craving certain foods at weird hours. There were strength gains and more willingness to train than usual. It's a weird feeling because I really didn't see it coming. These are the main reasons why black maca is used primarily for men. Women can use black maca too, but I've mainly heard women being recommended red maca. So red maca is the second most rare form of maca behind black maca, and according to the Peruvians who prepare it, red maca is used more by women. Even though traditionally it's recommended to treat things that women are more affected by, such as menopause symptoms and issues specifically affecting the female reproductive system, it can still be used by men. Just like black maca, it can stimulate the male and female libido and also improve the function of the prostate in men. Now lastly, looking at yellow maca root. Yellow maca root is the most common form you will find. A lot of the time it's not even labeled as yellow maca root, it's just labeled as maca root powder. So if you see some on the shelf and it isn't specified what type, then you can safely assume that it's going to be yellow maca. Yellow maca still has some really good benefits for fertility in both sexes, energy, mood, and mental health. Some manufacturers do sell a blend of all 3, so you've got exposure to each, but I prefer to buy each type individually because I'm a little bit of a skeptic when it comes to the blends. I just know they're not going to put an equal amount of each in there, so I'd rather just pay for one type and know what I'm getting. If I want to blend them together, then I'll do it myself. So the next thing you need to think about is how you're going to take it. If you're a smoothie person like me, you'll just put some in your blender and take it that way. The good thing about smoothies is that you can disguise the taste with fruits or any other ingredients that you have lying around, so you don't even know that you're taking it. Maca has quite an earthy, dry taste that I wasn't really a big fan of. A lot of people also mix maca powder in their morning coffee. This works really well because the taste of maca is on the same kind of scale of coffee, that strong earthy kind of bitter taste. Some even consider maca as a flavor enhancer for coffee. But if you're not a fan of any of those ways, you can always go for the capsules. Depending on the type of capsule and the strength you buy, you'll just take them throughout the day with a meal. If you're feeling adventurous, you could even cook with it. A lot of people use the powder in baking, or if you're able to get hold of the raw root itself, like I was mentioning earlier, you can cook with it, you can chop it up and make tea with it, or you can even slice it up and chew on it if you can handle the taste. And lastly, Secondly, there's the tincture, or the liquid form. They believe that the maca will enter your bloodstream quicker. There are loads of people online saying that the tincture gives you super fast results, but I can't really say that that's what I experienced. There wasn't really much difference. Three main things I think you need to remember if you're going to try maca for yourself. Number one is to make sure you first know which form of it you want to try. I've just given you a brief introduction, but do look more into it. Number two is make sure you've got a good quality version of maca. And number three, give it time and be patient. None of these supplements work fast or overnight. I was taking black maca for weeks before I started noticing any effect. Maca, in my experience, is definitely something that needs to be built up in your system before you start seeing those positive results. So hopefully this video was helpful to you and you're a little bit more informed about this stuff. There's going to be more videos like this coming, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and as usual, I'll see you on the next one.